Hi everyone, good day. How are you? Today, my discussion will revolve around people skills, which is still under social literacy. Before we tackle about people skills, let us first recall the meaning of social literacy. Social literacy means the presence of social skills, knowledge, and positive human values that support ability in human beings to act positively and responsibly in range of complex social settings and their ability to successfully and deliberately mediate his or her world as family member, worker, citizen, and lifelong learners. Now, let's proceed with people skills. People skills are patterns of behavior and behavioral interactions. Among people, it is an umbrella term for skills under three related set of abilities: personal effectiveness, interaction skill, and intercession skills. This is an area of exploration about how a person behaves and how they are perceived irrespectively of their ability of thinking and feeling. Meaning, people skills are the tools we use to communicate and interact effectively with others. So, when we talk about people skills, it is our skills, human skills, which we use for us to communicate with others, to interact with other people, and to deal with our circumstances every day. Now, let me ask you a question. Are these people skills have impacts in our learning process? Do these skills important in our education system? Let's find out. Educational impact of people skills. UNESCO research found that young people who develop speaking or listening skills and who get to know others without WIIFM attitude or what's in it for me attitude have improved self-awareness, social emotional adjustment, and classroom behavior. In addition, self-destructive and violent behavior also decreased. People skills are also important for teachers in effective classroom management. Educators have found that more is needed than a degree in the field they are teaching. Knowing how to communicate and teach people instead of simply applying or simply teaching their subject will make a difference in the classroom. So yes, there is an impact or impacts of these skills to both students and teachers or in our education system as a whole. Next is strategies in obtaining good people skills. There are four. The first one is good communication skills. It means that we must improve our way of talking or communicating with other people by practicing what we are about to say and just be confident. Number two, conflict resolution skills. To have good people skills, we must enrich our ability in problem solving and in sorting out our conflict with ourselves and with other people. Number three, the value of patience. Patience is very essential in obtaining good people skills. This will help us to be calm and to carefully analyze and examine every situation that we are in so that we can conclude accurately. Number four, tolerance and understanding. Since we are dealing with different people who have different attitudes and personalities, we must always learn to understand and tolerate them rightfully for your sake and for the sake of other people. I know all of us wants to succeed in life, and people skills are essential in our work, life, and social success. So, in my next topic, I am going to share to you the 10 essential people skills to succeed. 10 essential people skills to succeed. The first one is social assertiveness. Social assertiveness is essential for conserving social energy. We only have so much social energy to spare. This means that social assertiveness is learning how to select the people that we are interacting or socializing, and learning whether the situation is worth your time or not. People with low social assertiveness feel out of control in social situations, are addicting to people pleasing, and have more toxic people in their lives. While people with high social assertiveness are able to establish boundaries, stand up for their needs, and tell people no. The second one is crafting a memorable presence. People with a great presence have an easy time making lasting connections and are extremely good at rapport building. People with weak presence struggle to get clients or make friends, and frequently deal with people forgetting their names, and feel awkward in many social interactions. While people with memorable presence have a lasting first impression and are quickly build rapport. Third one is master communication. Master communicators know how to present themselves and effectively get their message across. Poor communicators tend to think they are not worthy of attention, avoid sharing their ideas, cannot get buy-in on their opinions, and are underappreciated for their hard work. While master communicators excel at public speaking, presenting, and communicating big ideas to big groups. The fourth one is sustain lasting confidence. People who can sustain lasting confidence are able to conquer their shyness and avoid awkwardness. People with high social anxiety avoid social situations even if they would be beneficial to career goals. They feel awkward and trapped. They get stuck in their own head during interactions and conversations. While people who can sustain social confidence are able to excel in most social situations. They feel awkward and are able to overcome it. And they feel more excited than anxious when socializing. Fifth one is master conversation. This is when you level up boring, predictable small talk into deep, memorable conversation. People who struggle with conversation tend to run out of things to say, do not know how to open a conversation with someone, and have a lot of awkward silences. While master conversationalists know how to engage in memorable conversation and keep it going. They can easily get past small talk into big talk and use conversation as a tool for everything, from rapport building to socializing to flirting and to sales. The sixth one is be highly likable. Likability is an important facet of trust. We often hear about being authentic or genuine. These are all aspects of likability. People who are not likable have trouble getting people listen to their ideas, feel they have lots of potential but rarely act as their ideal self, and frequently feel left out or like the odd man out. While highly likable people are highly respected and often asked to join on teams, social engagements, and groups, and they feel their ideal self and real self are closely aligned. Seventh one is exceptional at decoding emotions. People who are good at reading people are exceptionally strong at knowing how others think and feel. When we look at interpersonal intelligence or people skills, there are three main branches. The first one is emotional intelligence. Is how intuitive and empathetic you are. The second one is social intelligence. Is how you translate your emotions when around others as well as how responsive you are to their emotions. The third one is intrapersonal intelligence. Is how well you know yourself, your social needs, and boundaries. People who struggle with decoding, struggle with empathy, have trouble reading and interpreting body language and facial expressions, and often miss social cues, while people with exceptional decoding abilities can speed read people and their intentions. They are very good at interpreting body language and facial expressions, and are very intuitive. The eighth one is pitch your ideas. Pitching is a very important people skills for professionals because it happens all the time, not just at networking events with your elevator pitch, but also during every meeting when you are asked your opinion, in emails when you introduce yourself, and on conference calls. People who struggle with pitching themselves and their ideas feel anxious when talking about themselves. They undersell or minimize their success and miss opportunities because they feel undeserving or they are afraid to speak up. While people who are great at pitching themselves can get people to adopt their ideas, feel confident pitching themselves without bragging. The ninth one is be charismatic. What is charisma? I believe all of us are born charismatic. It is said to be both warm and competence. People who are not charismatic are seen as cold or intimidating. People have trouble opening up, trusting, and getting to know them. They are seen as flaky or shallow. People do not depend on them easily. They are only warm or only competent. Without both, you are not considered charismatic. People who are highly charismatic are seen as highly warm. They are approachable, trustworthy, and likable. They are seen as highly competent. They are seen as dependable, capable, and knowledgeable. The last one is be an influential leader. Leaders harness and build on excitement. They save their energy for people and tasks that matter to them. Leaders know who is on their team and who isn't. They pick people to have in their lives. Leaders make plans. Leaders are driven in their thought and action and encourage others to follow. Leaders do not have trouble or struggle with the 3 A's, which is apathy, ambivalence, and aimlessness. Aside from those 10 essential people skills that I mentioned earlier, there is a bonus one, and that is be productive. Be productive means finding determination, championing follow-through, battling distraction, harnessing motivation, and balancing time management. References. I know, it is hard to practice and master these people skills, but with your determination and with your goal, I believe that nothing is impossible. So that wraps up my report. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye!